I think for audience development to be successful, that sense of kind of dialogue with the artistic work, whether it's on a stage or visual work, there has to be a connection between that work and the people who are in the audience. So I think that for audience development to be really, really powerful, programmers have to be thinking about the audience before they even start to program. I think it's very hard if a program has been set in place and then there's a thought about audience development. I think you have to think right at the start, who am I doing this for, why am I doing it, who might be there, who do I want to be there. You know, you can't turn to that later. And I think that also to be successful in audience development, you have to really acknowledge that people are audiences at the moment that you encounter them. So it used to be the case in the UK that there was a lot of talk about children, particularly and young people, being the audiences of tomorrow. But you can't really wait till tomorrow because they're audiences now. And if you get it right now, then you're likely to have it right tomorrow. So where I work, we do a lot of work with children and young people, supporting them to program their own work, to perform their own work, as well as to look at the work of others, so that they can be fully active members of the artistic community. And in my experience, that really does make them into really, really great audiences and large audiences. I think also for audience development to be successful in an institution, you have to be really willing to let other people speak. You know, if there's always a sense that the institution is speaking to an audience rather than with an audience, or that it's a sort of unknown person who is the institution trying to get people to come, it rarely feels good. So an example at my work, we do a festival called Meltdown every year that has a named artistic director, and the fact that you have a person saying, come and hear this music because I love it and you might love it as well, makes a huge difference to feeling that you're speaking to kind of nameless programmers who have the sort of good taste that you might not have yourself, kind of thing. So I think you have to make bridges with your audience, and I think you have to completely not underestimate them, because audiences are very clever. Again, whether they're very little or very old or somewhere in between, audiences know if something's good and they know if something's truthful. You know, they know if that artist or that performer really wants to speak to them. And I think you develop great audiences if you believe that your audience is sophisticated and is going to go with you on a journey of kind of mutual excitement and inspiration.